What up, what up? It is Saturday morning, and man, we're anticipating a strong day today, but a couple of guys are out already. Slow. 5 ships in the port. Airport's just opening back up. I mean, y'all know we got hit with all that rain, and it was tough out here. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna get this money, because that's what we do. So let's go. So as you can see here with all the floods and everything, the Lyft queue is still in the exact same spot. The problem is you can't get into the queue. It's all blocked off. And I just talked to the guy, and the guy's like, well, we don't know when they're going to open it back up. So it tells you all these cars are in the queue there, right? But they're not in the queue. Because unless you get into the airport or into that parking lot, it doesn't see you in the queue. And there are 0 cars in the queue. So I don't know what the hell's going on there. And then Uber, well, Uber's got a whole different situation going on. Now you see Uber here, I'm online on my other phone. That's why I can't look at this right now. But look, you can see the queue is usually right here above my arrow, but they want you to be in this blue box. So Uber moved their queue, but Lyft kept their queue in the same spot. And I just rode through both areas. So I guess there ain't nothing going on yet. Now here's some other bad stuff I just saw. So on the app, on the Uber app that's off, you see it's showing 775 surge at the airport. But on the app that's on, it's not showing any surge at the airport. So like, what the hell? I tell you, man, these games they play. Okay, this ain't going the way it's supposed to. Like, I'm putting in the extra hours here. I got 6.5, 7 hours out here already. And I'm only at like 140 plus some tips. Man, this is slow. Like, I've had a couple of rides that took me down. Well, I had a ride took me to Tortuga. And then, of course, I hit the traffic. I had a little Lux Black that, took me, again, back in there. Mileage wise, the numbers are right, but time. So in that tight little area, it's a lot of traffic. And Lyft, Uber ain't giving up nothing worth the amount of time. I mean, it's 3 miles, 2 miles, 5 miles for 15, 20 bucks, but it's taking you 45 minutes to complete the trip. Like, time is money, y'all. I can't do it. So I got the hell away from there. The airport, even though it's open, and like I already showed you, that hasn't changed. The queues are still locked up. So that's a crapshoot to try to get rides in or out of the airport. And then the other thing, ain't no gas. Ain't no gas. Y'all see, I'm at a gas station here, and they got the bags on the pumps. See that? Bags on the pumps. The whole gas station's out of gas. A lot of gas stations, they ain't getting their fuel because they can't get the gas off the port. And I just came from the port, and I ain't seen no gas trucks. Usually you see them all day long running back and forth. So not only is it slow, not only is it flooded like you saw, and now there's gonna be a little gas shortage. You know, might be a good thing on Tuesday. So I've decided to come back to my spot where I normally work during the week, and we're gonna park this Bumblebee until we get something decent. If it ain't decent, we ain't moving, because if we're gonna start running into gas shortages, I still got a couple 3 days, I ain't moving the truck. Which brings me to another point I wanted to talk about. So I had a couple of riders ask me today how much I was getting paid on the ride, because they hear things or whatever. So I told them, right? And I know on the live stream I said I didn't care what the rider was paying as long as the ride was paying me correctly. Well, here's the problem. One dude said flat out, bro, I'm paying almost 60% more. he was paying double plus what I was getting paid for the ride. Now, the ride was straight with me. But then he turned around and said, how am I supposed to tip you? He says, these apps are getting greedy. And he's right. More and more. I know in the past, you know, when people pull out the numbers, 28%, 30% the apps are taking overall throughout the year. But right now they're being greedy as hell when drivers need it the most or riders need it the most. So if you're driving an XL, a Lux XUV or whatever, dude, people ain't going to be taking these rides as much because they're going to be paying so damn high for the ride, they can't afford it, number one. Number two, your tips are going to go to shit because unless they're ultra wealthy, they already feel like they're paying too much for the ride. You know, I had 2 or 3 people today tip me in cash. You know, throughout the week, my tips have been coming in cash. And I'm getting a few tips on the apps, but only on the short runs. Only on the really short runs, like the 2-3 mile runs. Because if you think about it, if I'm making $13, $15 on that run, they're paying $30. You know, a $5 tip here or there ain't nothing. But if I'm getting paid $55, $60, and the rider's paying $130, $140, bro, they're not going to tip. Like, so the apps are messing with our tips now. Not in the sense of a direct theft, but indirectly, they're getting theirs. And they done said the hell with us. All right, so we're going to wrap this video up the day after. My totals for yesterday was about 340, 200 on Uber, I think 140 something on Lyft, something like that. It was just, listen, you know, when situations happen that are beyond your control, you got to keep moving, man. Don't let it get you down. Just keep moving forward. Get your money, get what you're worth. Don't settle for what they want to do and give to you. Side note, I had to put the Tesla off a week. So instead of this Tuesday, it'll be next Tuesday because I want to make sure I get the LLC and everything set up. You know, this is a big pivot for me. This is a step down for me. And so I want to make sure I do it right and I can get all the tax benefits because if this is the direction that they're going to be going, listen, bro, you got to get your money right. If your money ain't right, it ain't going to matter. So with that, get out there, get that money. I'm going to get back out here in a few hours, finish off this week. We're well over 1,000 already for the week, but we ain't done yet. Not yet. Later.